forward. At 7 foot 0 inches, number 23, Markkinen.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Irving and Thompson are the guard set. And it's small and power forward. It'll be Flagg and Davis. And it's Gafford in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Jazz, Markkinen and Kessler man the post position. George out there with Collier. And it's Bailey in at the 3, the small forward. Stan, we expect to see a lot of action inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old school energy to this matchup.
And that one's good. Flagg.
Using the size. Flagg going to work around the rim.
Here's George. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Flagg. And on the way from Irving for 3. And it's rolled in by Lauri Markkinen. George against Thompson. And George kicks to Markkinen. Here's Collier. His 3-pointers off the mark. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Irving. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And that's a defensive miscue there. You can't let Irving get that kind of position inside.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Collier, covered by Irving. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Collier. Over Irving. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Irving drives in. In the corner, it's Flagg. Outside, Davis. Now here's Irving. Thompson surveying the floor. Clock at 6. The 3 from Davis. Rebound, Utah. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
Here's Collier. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. This many years into the game, and the Kyrie challenge is still puzzling. Coach said we'd actually prefer to see him shoot. At least our feet can be more set outside to contest. People forget how good of a shooter Kyrie can be. He continued and said, and threes are so hard to compete against, we want to try and limit those first. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. And the first one drops. And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
Here's Collier after the made shot from Klay Thompson.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's Collier, and it's good. 2 points.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Well, you've got to be creative when you're up against a bigger defender.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Thompson outside. Outside, Davis from the arc. Rebounded by Bailey. Jazz trail by 5. There's the drive. Chalk up 2 there. Collier's got 5 points so far.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. For 3. He doesn't hit that one.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Collier. That one's good. Just his third make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Davis setting the pick for Irving. A three-pointer is right on target. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
You know Kyrie is never lacking in confidence. Drains it from another zip code.
Driving inside. Collier. That's good. Dallas has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Nice shot by Thompson.
And this is Thompson's calling card. An exceptional shooter from downtown.
Jazz trail by 5. Here's Collier. 9 points in the game so far. He gets it in there.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Dallas has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Outside, Davis. Another 3 for Dallas.
And this team wants Davis looking to score and putting pressure on the defense.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Comes in for Daniel Gafford, and it's P.J. Washington in for Davis. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Collier, 11 points in the game. That one goes in. Collier's got 13. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Pass to Flag. Thompson in the corner. Three-pointer. The kick out to Irving. In the corner, it's flat. No good on the triple. Utah has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Bailey misses.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
So it's the Jazz now. 7-point differential. Here's Collier. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 out of 12 now.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
.143 left to play here in the first. Thompson outside. Washington passes to Thompson. And again, Dallas with the three.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Jazz have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Pass to George. Here's Collier. 1:11 left in the first. Kessler. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, when you have the size Kessler has, you just want them to keep giving you the ball inside like that.
Mavericks leading by 6. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Up going with the new group. And then for Dallas. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Flag. Christie comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Russell in for Irving. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And finished off by Davis.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Jazz trail by 8. On the wing, Williams. Hendricks passes to Williams. Utah moving it around. Here's Filipowski. Good on the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Russell. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Utah's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Williams' shot is off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
Throw good, Davis.
And one of the best big men in the game. Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. And the Jazz with possession here. They trail by 7. Pass to Hendricks. Here's the three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent, it's also about timing.
Nurkic is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then it's Williams. And it's Hendricks in at the small forward position. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Here's Nurkic following the basket by Anthony Davis. Sinks the three-pointer. Filipowski's got 6 points.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Mavericks leading by 6. Russell inside. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Derek Lively uses his mobility to his advantage. He said, quote, "I like to turn the game into a track meet because I can't outmuscle anybody. But I can definitely get around people, I can outrun them, and I have to be able to use my stamina and energy to get up and down as much as I can." Guys?
Smart approach. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. So it's the Jazz now. The Mavericks making the shot. Williams for 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. On the wing, Christie. Defended by Filipowski. And Russell gets it to go.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 14-point game. And Bailey gets it to go on the assist by George. Bailey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Christie. Back to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot from outside the arc. Filipowski grabs the board. Jazz have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Bailey misses. Dallas leading by 11. The pull-up, and he knocks down the jumper.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harkinen from outside. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Washington. Here's Lively. Dallas moving the ball around. Drills it from outside. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter. Stan, you and, well, your whole family, masters of defensive coaching. So, with that in mind, what makes a great defender?
Wow, that is a great question, Kevin, and a complicated one in a lot of ways. Number one, length and athletic ability really help you. Guys who can move their feet and have great length can cover up a lot of mistakes. But then there's the fundamentals and your ability to move your feet and great focus and determination.
Mavericks with some changes. Flag is checked in for P.J. Washington. Klay Thompson comes in for Christie. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. And so it's Dallas with him. At one point, they led by 16. Pass the Flag. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. That's 7 points for Cooper Flag.
Ready for the feed. Cooper Flag is a player. You have to run off that shot.
Jazz trail by 16. George dishes to Nurkic to the left side wing. Now Bailey puts up a three, and the Jazz with another three.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here is Irving. He has 5.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
To the paint, trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him.
An impressive athlete. I like seeing Thompson take it inside and drop the hammer.
Jazz have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Bailey, and the Jazz another three.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. After Kessler, he's checked in for the Jazz. Collier comes in for Kyle Filipowski. The Mavericks also with a sub. Gafford's checked in. Here's Collier. He's got 15. And there's the drive. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. To the inside. Gafford misses. Jazz trail by 10. Here's Collier. And the rejection by Gafford. Thompson for the triple. Kessler with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And George gets it to go.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 5. Davis surveying the floor. Inside, it's deflected. Shot clock at 6. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Flag. Flag's got 6 assists now in the game. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Dallas. Jazz trail by 11. It's George on the wing. And it's Bailey in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. We've seen them struggle on the half-court offense.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much, whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half-court. You've got to do it as a unit. There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. At one point, they led by 16. Takes a 3. And again, Dallas with the 3.
Some of the fastest hands in the league right now. Kyrie knowing he has to get rid of it.
Outside, George. The tray. The Mavericks pull it in. And, Greg, we saw some turnover this summer on the Mavs training staff.
Yes, some talk of internal disagreements in that department. The importance of great teamwork in this league, not just limited to the players in the locker room.
.112 left in the second quarter. Here's Collier, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Collier's got 17 now.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Mavericks leading by 10. Pass to Gafford. Irving looking for an opening. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got 6 rebounds in the game. George passes to Bailey. Jazz passing it around. Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
How about the shooting stroke from Markkanen, appearing very comfortable pulling the trigger from deep.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Markkanen against Washington. Launches it. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Takes the 3. Camp it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket for Markkanen. With 1 on the clock. And no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks lead by 4. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding. Not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. We'll be back to bring you more basketball after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. On the court for the Mavericks. Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Irving at the point. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. Mavericks coach Jason Kidd addressing the upset over trading away Luka Doncic. And Kidd said he did everything he was supposed to do for the city and the team. But things change. Now we are being judged on the change. If you don't like it, then you have to get out of this business. Guys, back to you.
Winning sure cures all, doesn't it? All right, Allie, we thank you very much. So, great for Cooper Flagg. Both of his parents were college basketball players.
Yeah, and I love that Cooper's mom calls him String Bean. Though at this point, he's a powerful young man. And he also has a twin brother, Ace, who's got some talent as well.
And finished off by Davis.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Outside, George fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. George has got 7.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Marking in against Davis. Down low. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Collier. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. At one point, they led by 16.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Took him no time at all on that one. Now that's 17 points for Ace Bailey.
With Bailey's shooting skills, you might want to see more of that.
Outside, Davis puts up a deep 3. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Marking in from outside. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Irving. And it's sent back by Kessler.
And look, Kessler just has a nose for the ball. He is a certified shot blocker.
Pass to Collier. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And that one's good. Flag.
A guy with a strong build and handles. Flag makes his move and creates the space for the shot.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Jazz trail by 5. It's George on the wing. Here's Bailey. That ball has speed that time from George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Irving. 11 points in the game. Pass to Flag. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And with all the different things he does, you expect AD to put up points every night. He's a lot to handle.
Utah has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Now Flag. He's got 9. Beyond the arc. Oh, Davis showing his range.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Collier, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Collier's got 4 points in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Mavericks leading by 5. Outside Irving. Davis doing his thing inside.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
George. On the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Flag's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A shot by Thompson and no one's around. A three-pointer no good. For Utah, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Sinks the triple. Bailey's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
His goal is to make an impact all over the floor. Irving can be a headache from mid-range.
Bailey misses. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Dallas. Here's Davis. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Here's Bailey. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. And Utah making a change here. Filipowski's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Mavericks leading by 8. Thompson outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Pass to Davis from past the arc. Rebound, Utah. Filipowski with it. 6 points for him. Here's Bailey. Buries the long-range jumper. Bailey's got 26 points.
What a big night for Bailey. Scoring it well. I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of these performances in his future. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
To stand here, we have one of the bright young centers in the NBA, Walker Kessler.
Look, start with this with Walker Kessler, Kevin. A great rim protector. You're just not going to get layups with Walker Kessler on the floor. Then he's an outstanding offensive rebounder, and he's got great hands, which makes him very effective as a roll man in the pick and roll. An intriguing young talent. George's upside as a scorer is especially enticing.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Mavericks.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Davis. Christie comes in for Klay Thompson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And George drops them both. Dallas leading by 6. Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass the flag. Dallas again turning it over.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
Williams, he's checked in for George. Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Outside Williams. Hendricks passes to Filipowski. And the three ball is good. Filipowski's got 9.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Outside Russell. Back to Christie. To the middle. Here's Lively. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
The Jazz have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Williams passes to Collier. Filipowski in the corner. And Utah another 3.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. With a step back. Here's Christie. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Christie's got his second bucket.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Filipowski, and Utah another 3.
He is in a zone right now. Every three he puts up seems to be going down.
Russell passes to Washington. Fires for three. Another three for Dallas.
And Russell with the answer from three. You are not going to show up, D'Angelo.
Here's Collier. Here's Hendricks. And the Jazz, another three.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Mavericks on top, up by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Williams. Filipowski's out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Now, here's Markkanen. Pass to Filipowski. Back to Markkanen. To take the lead. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. And it's Washington missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Filipowski. Another miss by Utah. The Mavericks leading. Pass to Christie. Russell a screen on Nurkic. Here's Christie. Filipowski grabs the board.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Now, Lively, after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. Lively against Nurkic. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by Lively. And that's now 30 points for Anthony Davis. Jazz trail by 4. Williams dishes to Markkanen. Cranes the three-pointer.
Yeah, some guys want to avoid the corners, but Markkanen looks totally comfortable down there.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He has decided it's the right time to talk. He's checked in for Utah. The Mavericks also with a sub. Irving's checked in. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Now, here is Davis. Washington passes to Christie. Now Lively, defended by Filipowski. Clock at 4. Here's Davis. Second shot opportunity. Shoots the 3. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Williams passes to Markkanen. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Markkanen's got the lead up to 2 now for the Jazz.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
So it's the Jazz now, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Filipowski. Fires the 3. And the Jazz another 3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And here's Utah. Right now they're a 9-0 run. But Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it. Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding.
And so here is Dallas after the three-pointer from Lauri Markkanen.
And phenomenal movement in that pick and roll. Davis has a sense for where to move after setting that screen.
Here's the Jazz with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Three-pointer Markkanen. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Just a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. Just in a groove now, and that tray has been deadly.
Outside Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
As dynamic with the ball as anyone in the league. Kyrie there earning a trip to the line.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
And all game long, they work the ball inside. It's really worked well for them offensively.
The first one falls.
Such a talent. Kyrie does certain things offensively that few others will even attempt.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Flag comes in for Washington. And it's Thompson in for Max Christie. Both free throws good for Irving.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Pass to Markkanen. Nice ball movement by Utah. Bailey misses. Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Irving. Davis, the pass to Gafford. Outside Irving. Down low. And Gafford throws it down.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
It's good from long range. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Well, this is why Georgia's coaches encourage him to keep shooting from deep, because they know he's only going to get better.
Irving. Out it. Nails it from 14.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. Utah leading by 6. Outside George. I'll get the 3. And so it's Irving. Brings it up for Dallas. Johnson outside. Fires the three. Gafford. Irving outside. Had plenty of chances there, but they come away empty. Now George unloads. Connects with the J.
Didn't even really hurry up there. George stayed within himself and got it up quick.
And here's Irving. Outside, Davis. Crane from outside.
Stepping up. Davis is a fantastic option late. You know with that height and skill set, he's going to get a good look.
Davis pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 5. Thompson with it. Bailey picks him up. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Irving. Strong move off the glass.
And make no mistake, Irving wants the ball in his hands in these moments. His confidence is off the charts.
Utah leading by 3. Now George takes the 3. It's stolen by Davis. Flag fires. Gafford showing the moves down low.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. The Jazz making a switch here. Filipowski's checked in. Utah leading. Here's Collier. Now Kessler. Outside Jordan. Here's Markkanen. And there's the 3.
What a shot by Markkanen. You can see why his teammates turn to him down the stretch.
Now Davis.
Go get it, big fella. A basket they needed desperately, and Davis delivers in the clutch.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Markkanen puts up the 3, and down goes the 3.
Well, they needed someone to step up there, and it's Markkanen who answers the call.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Irving puts it up from 17. Got it to go.
And you got to admire Irving in these situations. Doesn't let pressure overwhelm him. In fact, he embraces it.
Now here's Markkanen. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer. Good.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Kyrie, the long shot, no good.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Jazz, Isaiah Collier. Taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. What do you think, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
That one goes. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Jazz, Isaiah Collier. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Dallas. From outside, it's good.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
At the line for 2, Keontae George.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
We see the Jazz get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Lori, some efficient shooting for you tonight. How comfortable were you with the looks you were getting?
It was good. Teammates kept finding me. I think I had good looks, and can't really say much. Just try not to think about it too much and just let it go.
Just play the game the way it should be. Congrats on the win, Lori.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight as we present our player of the game.